So I'm going to show you how you can integrate a subscription product in your app using our SDKs. So I'm going to use a Node.js SDK. I have this subscription product here. I'll quickly show what is there in it. It is just a product with a monthly subscription of $9 and there is no trial period and no discount applicable. So I have explained all this in another video, these options. So I'll link it to that. So for now, let us go over the code implementation part. For this, I'm going to use this particular minimal boilerplate that we have available in Next.js. So I have cloned it here in my local computer. So as you can see, I'll show you in the terminal. Yes, so this is the project. So here what you have to do is you have to create a .env file. It won't be present when you clone the repository. So you have to create it and provide the API key and the webhook key. So for now, let us just provide the API key. How you can do it? And I also want to show you. You will have all the values that you should provide in the .env.example file. Just create a .env file and copy these and provide the actual API keys and the webhook keys. So let us generate a API key now and then go to here and paste key and click on create, copy it and paste it over here. And then for the webhook key, let us just fill it up later. So I'll run this thing now by npm dev run. Sorry, npm run dev. Okay, it's running in localhost 3000. If we visit that, yes, our music player is listed here. So I will explain the code part of this. This product card.tsx is responsible for displaying the products over here. So in this, if we click on this buy button here, this checkout product function will be called. In this checkout product function, we are passing the product ID and then product.isRecurring and another boolean flag. So I have changed this boolean flag from false to true. So what this is I will explain now. So first let's go over one by one. Product.product ID. This is the product object. And then in this you will get the product unique ID, and then is recurring is just if the product type is a subscription one, the is recurring value will be true, and if it is a one-time payment product, it will be false. And the third one is just a boolean flag for that checkout product. Checkout, let us go over there. Yes, use dynamic payment links. In Dodo we have two different types of payment links. One is static and one is dynamic one. If you clone the repository right away and use it, we have made use of static payment links. To make use of dynamic ones, you have to change it over here to true. So I have just done that. So how these products are displayed, I will show it before going on to make a test payment and buy the product. So if you go to route.ts in products, we have imported the Dodo client and then the next response, and then we are just listing the products using Dodo Payments.products.list, and we are returning that response to our Next.js app in the front end, and the front end handles this part of displaying this information over here. So I will show you regarding the Dodo Payments client that we have created. So I hope you remember the .env file we have pasted here. So what this does is that, so it imports the Dodo Payments from the Dodo Payments module. It should be installed when you do npm.install. I forgot to tell you that. Just run npm.install to install all the dependencies along with the project after you clone the repository. And then after that we have to pass the bearer token and the environment variable to the Dodo Payments client to create one. So what is that? Is that the bearer token will be our API key. Okay. So for test environment, you should pass the test environment API key, and for the live environment, you have to pass the live one. And this node env is that we are passing an environment variable. We are just saying whether this is a test mode or a live mode. So if you go over to here, our node env is development. So the values passed will be If the Node.env is development, we are passing the test API key, and then if Node.env is development, we are passing it as test mode. So it will create a new Dodo Payments client for us, and we are using it multiple times. We are using this particular thing all over this repository to make API calls from a single place. Okay, so after that, let us see how this checkout product works. So in this checkout product, as I said before, if using dynamic payment links, and if it's a recurring product, we are setting the product type as subscription. So else the product type is going to be one time, and based on this product type, we are calling the Next.js API we have. So everything you put under a app./API will be considered as an API in Next.js. I will link the doc for that as well. So the product type for now is going to be subscription. So the API we are going to hit is the URL of our Next.js project /API/checkout and subscription. So API, checkout and subscription. In this route.ts is responsible for handling the API response. So if you go over there and see that, what we have is that we have imported the Dodo Payments, as I said, and then we have just imported the next response to send the response, and here we are passing certain values to the subscriptions.create. What the subscriptions.create will do is that it will create a new subscription by using the subscription post API under the hood. So we are passing the billing values. Currently you must pass the billing values when using dynamic payment links. There are plans to implement to require it from the customer on behalf of yourself. So but currently this is the flow. You have to pass the billing details, and these details I have passed are just dummy ones since we are just making a test payment, and the customer data. So you can pass the customer ID directly, or you can pass the email and name, and we will create the customer ID on if the email doesn't already exist. So let me make this clear once again. You can pass the customer ID or the email and name of the customer. So if you pass the email and we actually found an existing customer object for your business with the same email, we will just use that. Else we will create a new customer object, and then you have to pass this payment underscore link is equal to true. So what is this is that should this response contain a payment link, we need a payment link to showcase a demo, so I am passing it as true. And then the product ID, so for which product you want to create a subscription for your business, so pass it, just pass it there. And then the quantity your customer should purchase, and the return URL. The return URL is that where should Dodo redirect your customer once a successful payment is made. So this is what the return URL is. So I have explained all these parts, and let's go over to the webhook implementations now. So I have this route.ts. Let's go over there, and I will explain these 4 parts, and just make it, and we'll make a test payment to show the entire functionality. So now let us just create a webhook key and provide it over in the .env. And stopping the server in this another terminal, and just providing ngrok http 3000. What is ngrok is that it is a tunneling tool. It will expose your 3000 host to the web, which is the internet. So you can essentially access your content served in localhost via the web. This is needed for Dodo Payments to send the webhooks events to your app during the test mode. So in production, you would provide the URL of your actual product where it resides. So I'm just running this, and it is running. I'm just going to copy this particular URL and go to webhooks and click on add webhook and paste it over here. So this is the base URL of your webhook. Now you should provide the exact URL where your webhook events must be sent. So for my case, since this is a Next.js project, and as I said, everything under API will be considered as an API. So my webhook route is residing under, as you can see, API slash webhook slash route.ts. Actually, this route.ts is the file which is going to handle the API request. So you don't have to really put the slash route thing. Just API slash webhook is fine. So let me provide that. This is the base URL slash API slash webhook. This should work. Add webhook and copy this key and paste it over here. Okay, what is the use of this? You want to make sure that the webhook events you receive is actually from Dodo Payments itself. Someone in, let's say, some other malicious actor can try to hit your URL using some kind of data and make your site vulnerable. So to prevent that, we are making sure the Dodo Payments, the webhook sent by Dodo Payments is actually actually a verified one. So how we are going to do that is that we are going to use a library called standard webhooks. So if you go to the route.ts in webhooks folder, webhook folder, so we have imported the webhook from standard webhooks. As you can see, if you just run npm install, all the dependencies would have been installed automatically. I have already done that, so I didn't do that at the start of the video. So yes, and then I'm just importing the headers from next headers and importing the Dodo Payments client. So we are creating a new webhook instance from this imported webhook from the standard webhooks. So what this does is that we are passing the webhook key to create a webhook instance. If you see below, using this webhook instance, we are verifying the authenticity of the webhook event. How we are going to do that is that we should pass the request body, raw request body. You shouldn't JSON pass it before passing it or anything like that. You should just pass the raw body along with the webhook headers you receive. So this particular thing, if this passes, it is you can make sure the webhook event you receive is actually from Dodo Payments. Under the hood, what happens is that I will leave a link and you can read it over there, docs.webhooks.com. So verification. Just give me a minute. Webhooks. Yes. So this verifying signatures part. So if you read this, you will get an idea how this is done. I will leave the link below. So, and then after our verification is successful, we are just checking the payload type, whether this is subscription payload or a payment payload. The available event types you can see here, webhook event guide in the documentation. The event type is going to be payment.succeeded in case of successful payment, and all the stuff you can refer here. So we are just checking the type of the payload here. We are checking two things actually: which family of webhook this belongs to, subscription or payment, and then the actual type. If in case it's subscription, is it a subscription.active or subscription.failed, etc, etc. So let us just take this case alone. If the webhook received is subscription.active, we are just using the Dodo Payments client and making an API call via our SDK and logging the subscription data here. So based on your business logic, you should handle whatever needed in this particular part. I'm just showing you how the basic setup should be made. So yes, after that we are returning the 200 status to the Dodo Payments. If it is very important, if you do not return 200 status, Dodo Payments will keep its attempt to reach your URL again and again till it receives a 200 status. So it is a must. So make sure about that. If we just catch any error, we are just logging it. I'm just returning 200 here since this is a test environment. I'm going to show a demo to you. In your actual case, in case you catch any error, just return 400 or some other status other than 200, and you will receive the webhook event again. Yes, and then There is nothing more. I will just make a test payment and explain you. Let's go over there to our local host and click on buy now. One error. So what is that? Let's just refresh once. Oh, okay, the project is not running. Okay, so let's refresh once. Click on buy now, and this is our payment page. Make the test payment using our test card details. 1 2 3. The payment is successful. We should be redirected to our local host. Yes. So how this is happening? So as I just shown you, route.ts, we are passing the return URL as the next public base URL. This is just present in our .env file. We have provided it as localhost 3000. So as you can expect, we must have received the webhooks too. So if we just go to this console, yes, as you can see, subscription data start, subscription data end, payment data start, payment data end. Let's just go over this once. So we have logged two things here. If in case it's subscription active, get the subscription data and log it. If it's a payment event and it's payment not succeeded, just get the payment data and log it here. So for a successful subscription payment, you will receive 3 webhooks. One is payment.succeeded, another one is subscription.active, and another one is subscription.renewed. So if you just put a console.log here, you would have received another webhook event and printed over here. So as you can see, this is the subscription dot active thing we have logged here. We are just retrieving the subscription data and logging it, and here is the payment data. So this is the basic implementation we have made using Next.js. You can develop on top of it, or based on your tech stack, you can refer this and make the implementation on your code. So thank you.